Hi everyone, today we're making a crispy coated fried bun chicken sandwich right at home. This unique sandwich has a fried homemade bun as well as a tasty chicken filling and homemade chili garlic sauce. It all comes together quite easily if you follow the recipe. Let's get straight to it. First off, we're going to prepare the dough for the bun. For this, you need 1 1/4 cups of warm milk. To this, add 1 1/4 teaspoons of active dried yeast, as well as 1 1/4 teaspoons of sugar. Mix this and allow it to sit for 5 to 10 minutes till it's a little frothy. Next, we can add the plain flour, 3 cups. Add 1 cup at a time, stirring in between till it starts to come together as a dough. Salt is added at this stage, half a teaspoon of salt, as well as 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Now we're going to knead this into a soft dough. Drizzle a little bit of olive oil over the top and rub it over the ball of dough. Now we're going to cover this with cling wrap and we're going to leave it in a warm place for about an hour till this doubles in size. Now we go on to the chicken filling. 600 grams of boneless chicken breast chopped into small bite-sized pieces. To this, add 3 teaspoons of Kashmiri red chili powder or any mild chili powder. Also a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper powder, 3/4 teaspoon of salt, and 3 teaspoons of fresh lime or lemon juice. So I added 2 teaspoons of the chili powder first, and after mixing it, I wanted to add a little bit more. You can do this to taste. We're just going to set that aside to marinate for 20 to 30 minutes. Meanwhile, we can prepare the special chili garlic sauce. For this, you need 1 cup of sunflower oil, 1 tablespoon of vinegar, 1 egg at room temperature, 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 2 large cloves of garlic. So we're using an immersion blender. I'm adding the salt, adding the garlic, the chili powder, the egg, white only. And to this, first we're going to add a 1/4 cup of the oil and start blending till it starts to become milky. And at this stage we can add the vinegar and then drizzle in the remaining oil till it emulsifies into a thickened sauce. So that makes 1 cup of chili garlic sauce, enough for the 8 sandwiches that we will be making. You can refrigerate this till it's ready to make. So our chicken has marinated for about 20 to 30 minutes. We're just gonna fry this in a little bit of olive oil till it's fried well. Fry this on a high heat till they get slightly brown on the edges and you're done. Set that aside to cool off a bit. So after an hour, our dough has risen. It's doubled in size. We want to gently punch it down and knead this once more. Now we're going to knead this into an elongated shape and then cut it into 8 equal portions approximately. Cut these and roll them like this, and then we're going to start rolling them with your hand into a small oval shape. Sprinkle a little flour on your work surface to help you to shape the buns. So the buns are going to be fried and they puff up really well. So you don't want to start off with big portions of dough. Keep them to this small oval shape that fits right inside your palm, and they should be relatively flat as well. If your buns are too large, they will not fry to the center and you'll end up with uncooked dough at the center of your fried bun. So we're going to do this with all the remaining buns. So I'm done with this stage. Now I have here 2 eggs that have been beaten with a little bit of salt and pepper. And I also have about 1 1/2 to 2 cups of breadcrumbs. So we're going to dip each of these flattened buns into the egg mixture first. Use 1 hand to coat with egg and the other hand to coat it with breadcrumbs so you don't end up with lots of egg inside your breadcrumbs and lots of breadcrumbs on your fingers. So I've coated all the flattened buns in this similar method. Now we're ready to fry our buns. I have a pan here of sunflower oil for shallow frying. You can work with 1 or 2 buns at a time depending on the size of your pan. So especially important in this recipe is that you have to heat up the oil and then reduce the heat to the minimum heat, lowest heat possible when you're frying your buns. Place the buns and pour over a little bit of oil over the top like this, and you'll see that the buns start to puff up very nicely. Once they've puffed up and the bottom side is golden, flip it over. On the constant low heat, cook these slowly till they have time to be cooked till the center. If you cook them too fast on a high heat, the center will not be cooked through. That's why the low heat is very important. So we continue with all the buns like this. Don't forget to pour over a little bit of oil in the beginning so that it helps to puff up quicker. You want to fry them all to a golden brown color. And then transfer these to a wire rack. These buns will not be oily when you remove them from the oil. So I've set them all aside like this. So now we can assemble our fried bun chicken sandwiches. I took the chicken that I fried and I put them in the processor and I just shredded them a little bit. Shredded chicken is best for these sandwiches. And we also have some vegetables. 1.5 cups of cabbage grated, as well as 1 carrot that's been grated, 1 tomato that's been finely chopped, as well as half of a green capsicum that's been grated, and also 1 onion that's been finely diced. We're just gonna add the vegetables, the cabbage, the carrot, the tomatoes, and the capsicum along with the chicken. I'm not gonna add the onion at this stage. Those who like to add the onion to their sandwich can fill it in later because not everyone likes onion in their sandwich. To this we're going to add enough of our prepared chili garlic sauce, about 3 large tablespoons, and mix it really well. Adding a little bit of chopped fresh coriander leaves enhances the flavor. So now we're going to cut our buns in half. Don't cut them all the way so that you can open them up like this. You can see the bun is cooked through and it's quite soft in the center. It's nice and crispy on the outside. Add a little bit more of the sauce to the buns and enough filling for each sandwich. You can garnish this with a little extra coriander leaves, and if you like a little bit of tomato ketchup, you can do that over the top. And also add the diced onions at this stage if you like that extra crunch. So our homemade fried bun chicken sandwiches are ready. They're really tasty, they're crunchy and crispy on the outside and soft on the inside with a tasty chicken filling and that special sauce. I hope you try the recipe. Let me know if you do. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye!